However, we are kind of just jumping into this, whether you're new, old, whatever season you're in, this is always a good refresher. I've done so much research over these last couple of weeks in putting this call together. And I'm like so excited just to word vomit it because I've just been so on fire about it. So I want to talk about the most important thing in your business. And I kind of want to know if y'all can, I don't know if you can guess this, but I'm just going to tell you. And maybe you've heard it like a million times and maybe you haven't, but it's to be a product of the product. And that is seriously what I have learned over this season, especially in 80-Day Obsession. My business has gone through the freaking roof because I've been a product of the product. I believe in it, I've used it, and I'm sharing that I've used it. And I know that you might hear this term a lot, to be a product of the product. Just like you hear, oh my gosh, you need personal development. Oh my gosh, you need Success Club. And oh my gosh, you need this. But like, my biggest advice for you is that this does not get diluted, okay? That the being a product of the product is one thing that you are not going to let just kind of like go in one ear and out the other. Because I can promise you that if you do every single thing that we have covered in the Coach Basics training, or if you've done every single thing that we've covered in team calls, but you don't do this, you're not going to be successful. But if you just do this, if you share your journey authentically and genuinely, and you don't do anything else that I've ever told you to do, you would actually gain traction just by being a product of the product. And so don't get sidetracked. And this is from personal experience. When I first started my business, I became legit infatuated with it. I became obsessed with it. I couldn't stop researching. I couldn't stop listening to webinars. I couldn't stop watching YouTube videos. I was literally obsessed to the point that I just let my health slip. Like, I became a health coach and I let my health totally slip. And I gained like 5 to 10 pounds when I became a wellness coach. And I wasn't able to share my journey passionately and authentically. And I can promise you that as a coach, your very first job, like the number one job that you have, is to actually like be persistent. Sorry, I'm just gonna mute somebody. That's, you know me. The biggest thing you can do in your job is to actually take care of yourself first, and to be serious about your health, and to be serious about your meal plans, and to be serious about your workouts, because that is going to be the number one thing that grows your business. And I have learned, I can't even tell you what that has done for my business, is by just being authentically pursuing my health. So for those who just joined, I just talked about basically the most important thing in your business is to be a product of the product. And you can do everything. You can invite people, you can talk about it, whatever, but until you actually are doing it and being serious and sharing authentically, that's when you're going to get some traction. So I want to talk about the one job that you have. You know how they always said, like, those memes, it's like, you had one job. This is what I thought of when I posted it. But being a new coach, it's super overwhelming. Like I said, when I first started, I was obsessed, and I almost became so overwhelmed that I kind of just like didn't want to do it. But I saw the potential, and I was like, dang, if I want to set myself up for success, I have to be serious about it. But what I've learned through this, and what I've learned in the beginning, and feeling like I had to have the answer because wellness coach was in my bio on Instagram, that doesn't mean that you have to know all the answers, okay? Seriously, you can know this much. You can know 0 things and still just share your journey, share why you're doing it, share why you're excited and what it has done for you, and why you're starting it, and what the possibilities are for other people starting your program. And that is literally your one job. You don't need to know any facts. It's nice to be, and I'm going to educate you tonight. Like, it's nice to be educated, but at the end of the day, as you share, that is like the only job that you have, is to do the workouts, eat well, drink Shakeology, share, repeat. So when you truly commit, people have an eye like on social media, I've noticed this, that people have an eye for people who actually commit and are doing what they do. And it makes them lean in a little bit more and just kind of be like, what exactly is she doing? And just think like, gosh, I struggle with that too. And I want those results too. And if you just go all in and being the product of the product, you are like way ahead of the game. And I think it's important. So I'm going to talk about some things that you can use to kind of grow your business. But as I'm talking about this, I want you to remember, just keep this in the back of your head. This is kind of like, it doesn't flow well in this part, but I just want you to keep this in the back of your head, that feelings, 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 that's what sell. Like, it's great to know facts. It's great to know what things have. It's great to know ingredients. But like personally, I'm a feeler, and I want to know how things make me feel, or what a kind of a difference that it has made for me. So for example, I can look on the back of this right here and be like, okay, Shakeology, it has amino acids, it has all these things. Okay, awesome. And that's not, honestly, like, yeah, it's great, but that's not going to do it for me. But what will do it for you, like honestly, this is a true thing. Like for me, I used to feel like, okay, I'm not going to eat at all until like 2 p.m. Like, try intermittent fasting. That was like my thing at one point. And I would be starving, and I would just be so hungry, and I would end up at a Chick-fil-A drive-thru getting a French fries and a large diet lemonade full of Splenda, But what I've learned is that with Shakeology, and being consistent in that, and knowing that that is what's going to help me curb my cravings and kind of keep me on point, that is what's kept me from doing that. It's quick, it's on the go, it's helped with my energy all throughout the day. Okay, that is what's going to sell way more than, oh my gosh, Shakeology has amino acids. So just think through that as I'm talking about these products. Understand that people resonate with similar problems. And the facts is not what's going to sell them. Even though I am going to share facts with you, just know that feeling them is important. So I'm going to share today what all Beachbody actually has to offer. And I do not want you to go online and buy all of these. That would be stupid. But I do want you to think through and be like, okay, is there something that like resonates with me that I'm like, wait, I'm curious about what that rings a bell for me. I want to look into that. And just try it over the next couple of weeks so you can kind of be benefiting your clients. Now I'm going to kind of start to share my screen here, because I got a visual for you. They say visuals are like everything when you learn stuff. So I'm going to share it. Okay. Mark is red. So there's two products we know. We all know about Beachbody On Demand, and we know about Shakeology. Those are like the two things that are the cornerstone of our business. But there's a ton of products that we miss out on. And let me tell you, the research that I've done has been so encouraging for me to know that we are in a business that does not cut corners. We are in the best of the best. I've never been so on board with anything in my life than I am right now. So in your business, and for new coaches, this is going to be like, wait, what? I'm confused. And I'm going to talk through all of this when we have like our one-on-one call, if we haven't had a one-on-one call yet. But for generally, you have two buckets in your business, okay? You have a recruitment bucket, and then you have a volume bucket. A recruitment bucket is basically when you are recruiting coaches. You're recruiting a ton of coaches. Now, recruiting coaches, that makes you no money. In fact, it actually kind of might even make you less money, because coaches get a discount. And so your commission on whatever they make is less, but you're still you have active coaches, and it's just good. You have a growing business, even though you're not necessarily making money on coaches that aren't actively pursuing the business. You have people, what I like to call lifers, people who are like, oh my gosh, I want the discount. I love the products. I'll never turn back. Those are your recruitments, okay? And then you have volume. And volume is the amount of products that the people buy that are under you. So there's Shakeology, there's Beachbody On Demand. But there's also so many other things. And you can run your business in two different ways. You can either focus on recruiting, you can focus on volume, or you can have a little bit of both, where hey, let's say you have, hypothetically, thousands of coaches, right? And they all drink Shakeology. But what if one product what if all your coaches looked into one more product other than Shakeology? Like your volume would double or triple, okay? And the only way you're really going to know what these products do is if you try them and understand the way they make you feel. So I'm going to talk through some of the basics of each thing that is offered, and you might be like, oh yeah, that's something that could help me. There's a ton of stuff on inflammation, which I think Christine Hunt, not Christine King, but Christine Hunt's on here, talking about inflammation. I've learned so much about inflammation and how that's like the root of all diseases, like truly it is. And doctors are masking the symptoms, which is like arthritis or migraines, but they're not, taking care of the cause, which is but I'm getting off topic. Okay. First of all, there's Energize. Most of us know what Energize is. It's like the dream. Like if you don't use this, you're freaking crazy, right? It is, just gives you a ton of energy. I have friends who are pregnant that drink it. Mary Alice went to her doctor and they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, there's nothing in this that is harmful. It's a great way to start your day. People can get scared with the neon color, but just know that it's from the pineapple. Like literal pineapple is what's making it yellow. So these are just little facts that you can kind of put in your back pocket. And as you're talking through what these products are, people are like, oh, that's artificial. You can be like, hey, no, that's actually pineapple. And it helps prevent lactic acid buildup, which basically is what makes you sore, which is going to help you push harder in the workout. I'm not going to talk about that much. But then you have Recover, which most of us are drinking that with 80-day obsession, helps with soreness. It has medium and slow releasing proteins, which is awesome. BCAAs are good for hydration. Glutamine is to keep your muscles. So glutamine is actually a supplement I've been taking separately for years, and now I just take it with Recover. It gives what your body needs, and I've talked about this in my Instagram story, but you need to think about you punch a wall. This is a great visual to talk about with clients as well. You punch a hole in a wall. That hole is either going to be restored or it's going to be left open, right? That's exactly what happens to you when you exercise. You're exercising, your muscles tear literally like a wall, and you can either repair them and make them stronger or not repair them and they just be the exact same. And those are the people who are exercising a lot or they run a lot, but it's like you look like a normal human that doesn't do anything. It's because they're not fueling their body correctly and not maintaining muscle correctly. Recharge, this is one that I'm going to order. I'm going to try. I've never tried it before. It's very similar to Recover in the way that it repairs your muscles. However, it's formulated to do it while you're sleeping. They say that when you sleep, you are being, you repair your body, your cells kind of repair much better. And so this is kind of what it's made to do. It has pomegranate in it, and that actually helps you sleep. And it's just supposedly really great for you. So I'm going to try that next. Creatine. Now listen, I'm not going to ever tell a girl to go take some creatine. Okay. That's when you get buff. That's when you get manly, and no way. Now your hubby, I'm about to put Austin on some creatine because I like, strong boys, but creatine, good for men, but don't take it if you're a girl. Electrolytes or hydrate. Now this I'm like huge about. I feel like electrolytes are so underrated. They're so important, but I want you to think about other people in your life that could also use this. I'm not a mom, but I know a lot of you are moms, and I know a lot of you have kids in sports. If your kids are drinking Gatorade, you need to skirt that out and start drinking Hydrate. This is a great option. It's so good for you. This 26 PV, that just means PV stands for personal volume. So you'll go in your Coach online office and you'll see how much volume that people have created, or see how much volume you've created. Basically Hydrate, if someone buys Hydrate under you, that's how much personal volume that you get. That's what I meant when I had the two buckets, the recruitment or the volume buckets. Sorry, I should have explained that. But there's no artificial flavors, sweeteners, and it's actually better absorbed because the electrolytes in Hydrate are much better quality than something like Gatorade, which is awesome. Okay, now I'm going to talk about Shakeology Boost really quick. And I'm actually going to skip over. I'm going to go down to this slide and talk about what you use them for. So I want you to think about Shakeology as like an on-level class. Okay, so you have an on-level language arts class, okay, hypothetically. And on level third grade. You're an on level third grade, but you struggle in language arts. So you would go to a language arts tutor. That's kind of what like Shakeology Boost is. Shakeology is like your on-level class, but let's say you struggle with getting your greens in. You would go to like a greens tutor, or you would get a Shakeology Boost and add it into your Shakeology. So it's just like the accessories to an outfit if you struggle with that. So if people aren't like excited about Shakeology, they don't quite understand it, or let's say they have a drink that they're like, oh, I really want to get through this protein and not waste money, be like, that's so awesome. I totally get that. Hey, I want to encourage you to look into some of these boosts, whatever they're struggling with, to add into their shake and get a little taste of Shakeology. So first we have our digestive health. So there's two types of fiber. Okay, there's soluble fiber and there's insoluble fiber. Insoluble fiber, it expands in your stomach and it keeps you full, and it's actually a natural appetite suppressant. So people are always taking like appetite suppressants. I'm just like, why? That's so crazy to me. Fiber is it's a natural appetite suppressant. But then you have a soluble fiber, and that wipes up bad bacteria in your gut and less toxins. It also keeps you full. So it's like the perfect 1-2, right? There's a lot of fiber digestive things that either have soluble or insoluble fiber. And it's so important to think through fiber. This is something that I actually need to look into, because like, think about your trash, right? Like, if you know the trash man doesn't come and get your trash, it's going to build up in your driveway and it's going to overflow into your house. It's the same concept with fiber. Like, if you don't have enough fiber, the trash just builds up, makes you constipated. I mean, we're all girls here. We can talk about that. But just side note, women need about 25 grams. You need to not take a full scoop. If you were to order this, just start with a little bit and build up. I just had to disclaimer. Focus energy. So it's another option for a little bit of your Energize it's meant for a workout. Focus energy is more of like through all day long. It's a natural green tea caffeine. Think of it like an airplane with no turbulence. It's going to keep you really, really steady Eddie, which is great. And then greens. I just talked to a girl. She's not my client. She does Beachbody, but she's not my client. And she's like, I just like can't do vegetables. I'm just like really struggling with the texture. And I'm like, do power greens, like do a boost. You just put it in your shake. She's like, what? Like, she had never heard of it before. And I'm like, dang, if you were my client, like most coaches don't know about all this stuff that are incredible options for people. My mom uses the power greens and puts it in her oatmeal in the morning for her pre-workout because she can't stomach like green beans like I can in the morning. It's a great option. Spirulina, that is like it's been around forever, but it's a really trendy thing that people are encouraging people to drink. So that's a great one to drop. It's great for kids that don't eat veggies. Someone who's like single and is like, oh, I buy all these vegetables and they go bad. This is a great option for them too. And I'm just kind of throwing these out to help you. At the end of the day, we're selling something. And so just to think through, like, who are some people in my life that could benefit from this? So I have some single friends who I know need more vegetables, and I'm definitely going to reach out to them about this. Okay, active vitamins. So just been talking to my mom and my dad about this because they are, they just need certain vitamins. They went to the doctor and they just need certain levels of certain things. This is an incredible vitamin. It has a totally new formulation where there's like phytonutrients and for your immune systems and adaptogens, which helps your body fight off stress. And we know stress can really affect your body. Like, if anybody is overweight, I can guarantee you they are stressed. So this is a huge deal for that. If someone's not quite ready to invest in something like Shakeology, this is a great option because it has just like a little bit of Shakeology, qualities in it. This is great to be like, hey, try this out. See if you like it. See if you enjoy the feelings. There's a ton of great reviews. I think I just ordered this from my mom. So I think I might order this and Recharge next just to try it out. Okay, Daily Sunshine. Daily Sunshine has been the answer for two different things. It's basically a simplified version of Shakeology. So Shakeology has like 70 ingredients, and a lot of people are intolerant to things like that. Like, for example, pea protein. I know a lot of people are intolerant to peas for whatever reason. So Shakeology is a great option. It has the greens, the fruits, and the vegetables. It's just not as good. It's also great for someone who's like label crazy and needs everything to be like certified this, certified that. Daily Sunshine is that. It's also really great for kids. I know a lot of parents just give their kids Shakeology anyway because it's so good, but this is a great option. I think it tastes, I've never had it, but I think it tastes a little different. Like it's a little bit just more simplified. So it's an awesome option for kids. So when labels matter to people, Daily Sunshine it is. I actually have a client, she's like, I love the way I feel, but like my lips have been so swollen. So I think she's having some type of reaction to something in Shakeology. She's like, but I feel so good. I just have like these really big lips. And I'm like, okay, let's try Daily Sunshine. So that's like a great opportunity to be like, hey, I don't want you to not drink Shakeology, but let's try Daily Sunshine. Okay, 3-day refresh. It is great when you need to lose like those last few pounds for before a vacation or before a wedding or an event, or it's great for after a vacation or after something that you just like went a little crazy on. And it's also great to do, like if you start a program on a Monday, it's great to do the weekend before to get like immediate results. I mean, you will lose weight like immediately by doing this. So it's positioned, like I want you to think through people who are like, oh my gosh, I love juice cleanses. I love to like not eat anything for 90 days. I mean, I don't know. I think that's freaking crazy and stupid, but this is something to like, hey, you eat food still, you're getting nourishment. You're not just drinking juices of sugar. Like juice is sugar. It's people, this is a great thing to kind of share with people in that way who are into that kind of thing, right? So I listened to a podcast today about like the formula of selling something, and they were talking about, someone was like, hey, if I ask someone to sell that chair to me, and someone was like, oh, it's great material, it's great for your back, it's and that. It's like, no. When you ask someone to sell something, you ask questions immediately, like, who's the chair for? Are you replacing the chair? Do you have back issues? That's how you know what people need, and that's how you know what direction to take it. So the minute someone is inquiring, you never spit facts out immediately. You say, hey, answer these questions for me. That's why I have that application for people to fill out, so that I know what to share with them. If they're talking about juice cleanses, they're talking about vitamins that they don't have, they're talking about things that they need greens, I know exactly how to direct them. That's just a side note. So that's why it's important to know of these products and to think through people who would enjoy them. Okay, the Ultimate Reset. This is my personal opinion on the Ultimate Reset. I think that this is a business builder. I'm a little mad at myself because this is one of the first things I did as a coach. I didn't understand anything. I didn't know how to share. But the results that I got from the Ultimate Reset is literally life-changing. I've never felt better. I think it's the way God intended us to feel through this Ultimate Reset. It kind of takes you to vegan and slowly cuts things out. And it's 21 days. It's 3 weeks. It tells you to make something different for every single meal, which is inconvenient and not cost effective. So I didn't do that. I found a recipe that I loved, and I had that for breakfast every single day for 21 days. Something I loved for lunch, and it just was, I don't care about. I'm not a big foodie, so it was easy for me. But people have like significant weight loss in the Ultimate Reset. And I just feel like this is something that people should do like 3 times a year. Like think about this as like the tune up to your car, where Shakeology is like the high quality gas that you put in your car every single day. This is just like a little tune up. It's has incredible, all these like vitamins and stuff I'm going to talk through really quick. They are incredible. So Shakeology and the Ultimate Reset, what they both do, they both reduce inflammation. Major key. Oh my gosh, inflammation, I've realized, is like the root of all things. So it's so important to think through that. They say it's the number one like that should be your number one goal, is to always reduce inflammation. Both of them, they improve your body and fight free radicals, which basically things that like kind of cause cancer. They both improve your gut health, but the ultimate reset is different because it starts to pull out toxins of your fat cells. It actually, in the ultimate resets, you don't work out, you do not exercise, you just eat so clean, you drink so much water, and you are just filling your body with things to take these toxins out. It's really an incredible experience. Like, I loved it. So there's a mineralized, so these are all like tablets that I'm talking about. And then there's a couple of like powders that you put in your shakes, but there's a mineralized, which is basically Himalayan salt, see, like pink salt, which you guys should be using anyway. But it helps your body absorb hydration, actually, does other things, strengthen bones, whatever. I think it mineralized, it's a good one. You can actually sell these separately as well. Optimize. So think about people who like take airborne during flu season to not get sick, or taking all these other, things to avoid sickness. This is what they need, right? This is the 60 times the vitamin C of an orange. So if someone is going to grab emergency, I no longer reach for that. I reach for Optimize. It's just a pill. People take it every day. It's a really powerful anti-inflammatory. I think I'm going to order it for my dad because he really, really, really needs this. It's great for like IBS, digestive disorders, joint pain. It's also great for cholesterol. So Optimize is a great supplement. I know, like I said, people take it every single day, but for the ultimate reset, you kind of take it to pull out stuff. Soothe. I mean, another thing that's really trendy right now is turmeric. You guys have probably seen it on like every single magazine. It's been around forever, but it's like something that you like put in your coffee nowadays. But it's considered a superfood because it works as an anti-inflammatory, soothes digestive system, anti-aging, reduces heart. I mean, there's so many things. So basically, it's like Soothe is like a pill of anti-inflammatory, right? It's turmeric and a ton of other things that help with lots of stuff. So that's a great option as well. And then Revitalize. So let's talk about probiotics. Okay. So this is basically a probiotic. I listened to a podcast about Shakeology, and it was, they interviewed a GI doctor. And I'm telling you, I get obsessed with this stuff, and I just like can't get enough of it. And I just listen and I research and I study. But so probiotics, most of them, what happens is they hit the stomach and they break apart. They're not strong enough to get through the stomach acid to reach the small intestines to actually do what it needs to do. Okay. So the GI doctor was talking about, hey, like, what is the probiotic in Shakeology? And it's whatever that word is, Folliculus, whatever. But he was talking about how impressed he was because this is one of the only natural probiotics that are strong enough to break through that stomach acid to do what it needs to do. And it's very rare. It's hard to find because it is very expensive. And so Revitalize is actually a tablet of just this very, very strong natural probiotic. So I just thought that was really, really cool and interesting because it restores your gut health. So let's say you like go to you just get through like an antibiotic because you had the flu, or like you just took a bunch of medicine, or you went to the hospital and had to get a bunch of medicine. This is when you need Revitalize to be able to restore your gut health. And it's crazy because like no doctor is going to tell you like, hey, make sure you restore your gut health. That's not even like an option or a thought to them in my experience. But it's so important. Like that's the time to do that. So that's basically it. I know that seemed like a lot, but think about the people in your life that struggle with gut health, that struggle with inflammatory issues. And Beachbody, like, I just realized through research, it's so much more than portion containers. It is so much more than calories. It is so much more than 80-day obsession. It's so much more than autumn calories. Like, it's so much more than that. It literally could change your life. And what's not okay is that me included are not using these awesome products. So think about how different your business would look like. And I know some people, we don't necessarily have a business yet, we don't have coaches yet, but it's coming. But think through, like I said, like whatever coaches you have, think about if just one product is something that they tried and loved and shared with other people to build that volume. Your buckets would totally change. You would go from having a lot of coaches with little volume to the volume, which is actually what's going to make your business grow. And that those products that your coaches learn about and love and share about, boom, that's all you need. And so it's important to try these, to feel them, and to share them. So think about people who need something other than Shakeology and how we can boost their health through that. We have plenty of products. So as you kind of get all this knowledge, like I know I word vomited so much knowledge, but the way you share and what I've learned and what I've tried is like after I've had a conversation with somebody, I'll think of like a post or think of something I could talk about in my Instagram stories that I can be like, hey, I just talked to somebody and this is what they're struggling with and this is what the answer is for them. Hey, here's a secret. Whether you talk to them or not, you can still post that way. You can still make up a fake conversation and be like, oh, by the way, I talked to my friend or whatever, that they are struggling with inflammation and inflammation is such a huge deal because of this. And this is how it's going to make you feel. So when you start struggling or you start sharing in that way, people are going to resonate with that. And then there's this whole concept of curiosity marketing. Maybe you've noticed that I'm never like, this is my Shakeology. Like I never post that, right? Because I want a conversation to end up in my direct messages. I want people to be like, what exactly is that? So then that gives me the opportunity to be like, hey, tell me about you. I want to hear about you. What are you struggling with? And begin to slow drip in that way. So, just start to think of people that you think could need this and share on social media as if you're talking to that person that needs it. That's kind of how I'm going to start thinking. Another thing is you got to dig deep. I was talking to my dad and I was telling him about all this stuff. I'm so passionate, excited about it. And he's like, well, where'd you learn all this? And they have to have a training for you or something. I was like, yeah, they have all kinds of stuff on like your coach online office, but guess who ends up doing the work? Me. Like I have been researching like crazy so that I can give information to you so that you can be filled with knowledge. So I just want to encourage you that when you are able to learn this and share it, that's when you know it. And people, they feel your confidence. When you are starting to be confident in the products that you use and in the products that you love, people totally feel that. So what's next? I want you to think about a couple of things that might have resonated with you that are like, I could really use something like that. And I want to encourage you to order it. Just one thing, even if it's a sample of something, just try it. And then I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you in the next 6 months to try the ultimate reset, the 21 days of incredibly clean eating, a ton of water, pulling the toxins out, sharing your experience, before and after photos, because that is going to be your business builder for sure. You can share facts all day long, but that's not going to convince anyone. It's going to be all about the stories. And then this is just a little side note. The six reasons you need to understand these products. First of all, you earn money right away. It's going to take you time to build a business. It's going to take you time to build a team and to be able to train a team the way I am right now. But when you start sharing products, you earn income immediately. You are able to see these products as solutions for other people. You can add more diversity and creativity in your social media posts, which I'm going to start doing and we're really excited about. You're going to start seeing retention in both Shakeology and coaches because you're sharing the feelings and the why duplication. As I'm sharing this with you, my hope and my prayer is that you're able to duplicate this information and share it with other people. And then also, like I said, it increases belief that you have, and belief, gosh, that's what sells more than anything, is belief in things. So I know that was so much and I tried to do it really fast. I'm sorry. Was that too much? Oh! No, was it helpful? Yeah. Okay, awesome. So I know I'm going to unmute some people. I know that you guys are like, wait, some of you are probably like, wait, what is all this? Alex, we are going to get on a call together. Don't worry. I know that you're like, wait, what? For those of you who have, well, Kaylin, I guess, Kaylin, have you been working on your free and paid communities?
I am going to be honest. I have not, just
So
because I've had some interviews and stuff. So I've been,
awesome.
so I've been focusing on that a little bit, but that's kind of settled down. But so I'm going to hop back on. I know I have like lots of homework to submit to you.
You know me, I'm the mean teacher wanting that homework. No, listen, first of all, I know you're really unhappy in your job, and so I'm really excited for you. I'm glad that you have interviews. Dominica,
Thanks.
tell me how your life has slowed down, hasn't it?
No. I wish. Actually, the COO of my company, who is my direct boss, just resigned. So I've been dealing with that, and we've also been interviewing for a couple positions that are opening up at my company. So I've literally been interviewing people like all day, every day. So it's been nuts. I come home and I like don't even talk because
you're out of words.
Out at work.
Yeah.
But you know, we're getting over this hurdle, and hopefully this week I'll be like totally back on track.
Totally. That's awesome.
I definitely want to order the recharge because I've tried the hydrate. I do energize and recover, but I think the recharge is probably going to be the last thing that I really need.
Totally. And that's like the full performance line too.
Yeah. Because I feel like I still wake up and I'm like, I still have some soreness that
me too.
Probably just like if I slept better and like my body really got what it needed during that time and made the most effective use of it, then I'd probably like be able to push harder in the workouts. Because I work out in the morning anyway, and it's like I'm already like gonna be more tired. So yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna order that.
Yeah. Listen, I've been feeling really sore lately too. You're not alone in that. I that's why I think I need it. Because people say, like, you wake up and you don't feel a thing. It's
really?
Like, people say
yeah, I definitely need that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I've also read reviews that it can be like it's better to blend it rather than shake it. I mean, that's just a side note. It can be club feed, so blend it from what I've heard.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, I've said this before. There are going to be seasons in your business where it's like, oh yeah, I'm on a roll. And then there's going to be seasons where it's crazy. That's what a side hustle is. And that's what side income is, you know? And don't for 1 second put that pressure on yourself to feel like, honestly, the more work you put in, the more benefits you're going to reap. That just kind of is what it is. But at the same time, like, you got to balance. So don't ever feel like, you know, there's no pressure in this. It's up to you. It's totally up to you what you want to make and what you want to do. Man, Alice, are you so sick?
I'm feeling better. I was showing you that I was drinking some hydrate.
I'm so proud of you. Get this electrolytes in, girl.
Yes. But I didn't have it as bad as my daughter. Like none of the throwing up or other things. I just had a stomach ache. And I can only attribute that to maybe I was just healthier than her.
Sure. Totally. That's definitely it. Well, I hope you feel better. Maybe you've had some time to work on your business.
I have.
Yeah, girl. She's been asking me a lot of questions, which is good. Really good. Okay, awesome. Well, I'm going to email you guys this PowerPoint so that y'all can go back and look through anything that you might have missed. And for new coaches, I'll see y'all tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
Yay. All right. Thanks for jumping on, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.